So, I thought that since I was suggested recently that I play some other games with multiple people, here's kind of a sneak peek of what my main channel's like. Um, Mostly I will record Minecraft videos and this game, which is a MOBA, which means it's one team versus another team on a map that usually comes with a couple different lanes. And each character, or in this case, champion, has a couple different moves that they can use. um, I probably won't go too in depth since there are quite a lot of different characters to play. And there are also skins. I am playing with 4 random people that I don't know. I am planning on doing some multiplayer Minecraft in the very near future, but I thought that since that server that I was going to be on is closed at the moment, I'll probably record one of this for the channel and then maybe some Minecraft mini games. Servers that I go to that has some very fun game modes. I'm recording this on Sunday. So there might be a little bit of inconsistencies just due to how I normally play this game versus how I want to play on the channel, which is a little bit different. Now the way this works is there's a bunch of towers on both sides, and then there's some inhibitors. An inhibitor stops stronger minions from appearing. In this game, most of the time you'll find people working together, but due to the nature of how a lot of people play this, you will also find people who aren't quite so helpful to one another. And that's kind of the nature of multiplayer games, especially when some people have different ideas of what they want to do. After a certain point, minions will start appearing and gold will start being generated. We're just playing against computers, though normally it would be 2 teams of 5 players. I'm using a melee champion. Which means that I can't get... Which means I have to be right up next to my opponents to hit them. As opposed to a ranged champion who can be farther away. This is probably going to be the most mature game that I play on the channel, just due to the fact of I do have some limitations, just because I am trying to keep the channel relatively PG-13. Now at the moment, there are special game modes that they release on the weekends. and I'm not playing with any of them. And there's a reason for that. The current game, custom game mode, is very hectic, and I wouldn't really be able to get a very good example of how the game flows. Oh, sorry, I don't have enough damage for that. I'll leave him be. I'm not playing to my strongest, unfortunately. Just because I'm a little out of practice, to be honest. There are like little mini objectives in the middle of the map, but have to let him go. I'm not used to sharing experience with people. As this champion, she's not a champion who shares experience very well. Ah, he bounced me up during my Then he stole my kill. Big old doofus. Want him to come in on us. Ha. There we go. This game will probably be over before I actually start showing off some of the neater stuff that the game does, but there are some interesting champion things that happen. Yeah, you don't want to get dragged in. Oh. Well, that happens. Okay. Now, normally in high-level plays, or when I'm playing against people, I play very differently. I look more towards trying to keep my position above my opponents. I do a little bit more focusing on farming. I'll go back to base. Apparently he's going to do the same. What? Oh, actually I'm gonna head mid. There's 3 different lanes, top, mid, and bot. Okay. Since we've already taken out our top lane, normally for when you're playing against bots, they're really quite easy. They're kind of designed to be that stage in between beginner bots and really still 1 item away from being able to start soloing some of the tougher things. I'm not too worried about winning or losing. Not only are we 21-0, but don't you dare take my red buff. Oops. Ah, you took my red buff. Hey, I'm in the middle of a recording. Yeah, I'll call you back. Alright. Bye. It's my recording buddy. We often seem to have trouble with getting our scheduling, but you won't see him on this channel. You'll see him on my other channel. Actually, you won't see him on my other channel because it's my other channel. Need more cooldown. What? No, go do it yourself. AP champions, which are based on their abilities, like Echo and Vel'Koz, and Sona, are not particularly very good at killing things with their basic attacks. They focus more on using their abilities. As opposed to champions like I'm playing, who focused on AD, where their auto attacks deal a lot more damage. Okay, we'll grab us some more cooldown reduction. The game will probably be over before anything important happens, which that's just kind of the nature of intermediate bot games. If people are interested in this, I might play some more of this. I do have some people who I can record with, but I have to be a little bit careful. Some of them swear quite a bit. I do have some other recording plans for today, for this channel, so I am thinking about that as well. Looks like the game's almost over. I don't really have much built, but we're all up here. Ranged champions definitely have an advantage when it comes to getting a lot of damage on the enemy. Just, you know, because they're ranged, they're able to hit things from farther away. They don't have to travel quite as far. And oftentimes melee champions will run to them so they can get hits. But yeah, if I play games against people or with more people, that'll change things up. And there's a couple different game modes, so, and I have quite a few different champions with very different playstyles to try. If people are interested, I can record more of this.